What's going on, guys? Hope you're all doing well. Now, in this one, I am going to do a continuation to a video that I shot some time ago. That, of course, being my fun facts video. As I'm sure you guys are aware, as the title probably already gave it away. So this one's going to be a little bit different. I will be using a little bit more of my normal voice. I do, however, still have the two microphones here set up. So as you can see, there is one here and one there. So on my left-hand side, and then one on the right as well. So we'll be getting some of those nice ear-to-ear sounds. Plus, I was able to find an article with a little bit more of the explanation behind the facts. I don't know about you guys, but I absolutely love learning new facts. And even more so when they have a little bit of the explanation behind them. I'm always interested in understanding the why. So, before we begin, why don't you go ahead and sit back and relax. Close your eyes if you'd like, and we shall get started. So, I have a list here with 25 different fun facts. This article comes from Cosmopolitan, so thank you to them. So let's get our fun facts in order, shall we? So, number 1, avocados are a fruit, not a vegetable. So they're technically considered a single-seeded berry, believe it or not. And I'm going to say I do believe it because it is in this article. Number 2, the Eiffel Tower can be 15 centimeters taller during the summer. This is due to the thermal expansion, which melts the iron up, and the particles gain kinetic energy and therefore take up more space. The Eiffel Tower is actually a very interesting structure, and especially back in those days when they were using iron, a lot of rivets and whatnot. So look it up if you guys are interested. Number 3, trypophobia is the fear of closely packed holes, or more specifically, an aversion to the sight of irregular patterns and clusters of small holes or bumps. And then it says no crumpets for them then. Oh my goodness, there's going to be a couple of those words that I am going to trip over, just so you guys know. I will do my best and we'll just get through it. Number 4, Australia is wider than the moon. The moon sits at 3,400 kilometers in diameter, while Australia's diameter from east to west is almost 4,000. That's interesting. I didn't expect that. I guess we always just kind of assume the planets are so much larger than the land masses. Well, and moons in this case. So, the celestial bodies, I guess I'm getting after. Number 5, mellifluous is a sound that is pleasingly smooth and musical to hear. Oh my goodness, that word, mellifluous. 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 Man, that is smooth. I'm going to try to work that into everyday conversation, actually. Number 6, the Spice Girls were originally a band called Touch. And this is a quote. When we first started with the name Touch, we were pretty bland. This article says Mel C told The Guardian in 2018. Isn't it Mel? I think it's Mel B. So, Melby told The Guardian in 2018, we felt like we had to fit into a mold. Oh, that's interesting. I don't know, guys. I think that happens to a lot of artists, and then they realize that they sort of have to find their niche, and trying to pretend to be someone else is not the path to success. So, long story short there, I think they figured it out. Number 7. Human teeth are the only part of the body which cannot heal themselves. This one I actually did know. But the teeth are coated in enamel, and the enamel itself is not a living tissue. Number 8. It's illegal to own just one guinea pig in Switzerland. It's considered animal abuse because they are social beings and get very lonely. That's pretty cool, actually. I didn't know that about guinea pigs. The ancient Romans used to drop a piece of toast in their wine for good health. And that is hence why we say raise a toast, rather, today. Hence is such a great word. I love, like, those old-fashioned words like hence or fortnight is a good one. Just stuff like that. Or yonder. I don't know, there's something about the sort of those old English words. Number 10. The heart of the shrimp is located in its head, and they also have an open circulatory system, which means that they have no arteries and their organs float directly in blood. That's kind of gross, actually. It's sort of like kind of like a cell in that way. Now, I believe there are other animals which have that sort of thing as well, although none come to mind in the moment. So we can just move on to number 11 then. Amy Poehler was only 7 years older than Rachel McAdams when she took on the role of the cool mom, cool in quotation marks, in Mean Girls. So Rachel was 25 as Regina George, and then Amy Poehler playing her mom was 32. That's actually quite funny because I not just saw that movie, but I saw that movie maybe 2 years ago, I want to say, and I do remember thinking that they looked very similar in age. So that's kind of funny. So, moving on to 12 then. Baby rabbits are called kits. And then it just says cute with an exclamation point. That is cute, actually. It reminds me of like, similar to kittens, I guess. Kits. Or, is it sheep that their young are called kids? Maybe I just made that up. I'll have to Google after I'm done with this. Number 13. Lucky number 13. The unicorn is the national animal of Scotland. It apparently was chosen because of its connection with dominance and chivalry, as well as purity and innocence in Celtic mythology. That's kind of an interesting connection, actually. If I was them and sort of like voting on the national animal, I would sort of use those as an argument, but really just, how cool would it be to have that as your national animal, and then kind of just back it up with reasons. So that was the first page. And now we can move on to the second. So, number 14. The first airplane flew on December 17th, 1903. I'm sure you guys are familiar with the story of the first flight, but Wilbur and Orville Wright made 4 brief flights at Kitty Hawk, North Carolina, with their first powered aircraft, aka the first airplane. And if you guys haven't seen it, it's also worth a Google for seeing how many prototypes they built, which is quite interesting. I always like that kind of stuff. I think they even built, I'm not sure if it was them or someone else who built small scale models and did like them in a wind tunnel. Oh my goodness. Here I am just throwing out facts now. That could be right, that could be wrong. Take it for what it is. Number 15. Venus is the only planet to spin clockwise. It travels around the sun once every 225 Earth days, but it rotates clockwise once every 243 days. That's interesting. Now I wonder why it does that. And if I could remember why planets rotate counterclockwise, that would be even better. So number 16. Nutmeg is a hallucinogen. Oh, here we go with the words. The spice contains myristicin. I'm going to go with myristicin. The spice contains myristicin, a natural compound that has mind-altering effects if ingested in large doses. So it's kind of like the poppy seed in that way. I think it's a trace amount of, like, it comes from the poppy plant, which is made, I think it's cocaine that it is used in. I'm not sure, guys. My knowledge of hard drugs is not very good. So, next one. A 73-year-old bottle of French Burgundy became the most expensive bottle of wine ever sold. In 2018, it went for $558,000. Oh my goodness. $558,000 for a bottle of 1945 Conti sold at Sotheby's. And it went for more than 17 times its original estimate of $32,000. Now, I'm not sure if this was the same bottle, but there was also I forget his name. Man, not really bringing the fun facts. But there was someone making counterfeit bottles of wine and then passing them off as the real thing. So that was a very interesting development in sort of the world of wine. And, you figure nobody really opens these bottles, so who's really gonna know? And I guess that's what that guy was banking on. Number 18. The Spanish national anthem has no words. The Marcha Real, it's probably Real, not real. The Marcha Real is one of only 4 national anthems in the world, along with Bosnia, this next country, Herzegovina, Kosovo, and San Marino have no official lyrics. Oh, guys, hang in there with those words. I'm trying my best over here. Number 19. The Japanese word kuchizamishi is the act of eating when you're not hungry because your mouth is lonely. We do this all the time. We do. I'll admit to you guys that I had a bowl of cereal right before I recorded this. In fact, I was a little bit hungry, but I didn't really need it. It seems like the Japanese sort of have a word for everything. Number 20. The probability of a blue lobster existing is widely touted as being 1 in 2 million. Bright blue lobsters are so colored because of the genetic abnormality that causes them to produce more of a certain type of protein than others. And there's also, out in nature, is it octopus that have, I think it's octopus that have blue blood, or is it something else? Maybe I should stop pontificating on facts that I don't remember. But one of the animals of the sea has blue blood because of I think it's copper in their bloodstream. Number 21. There's only one letter that doesn't appear in any American state. I'm going to give you guys just a couple seconds for anyone from the United States to just go ahead and cycle in your mind what you think it is. And then I shall tell you. I'll give you the countdown. So we have 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Any guesses? Alright, I shall tell you guys. So there is a Z in Arizona and an X in Texas, but there is no Q in any state. Number 22. A book called, oh my goodness. So it translates to Remembrance of Things Past. I'll give you an attempt at the more authentic pronunciation. A la Richard de Temps Perdu. Kind of stumbled through that one, okay. By Marcel Proust, contains an estimated, 9,609,000 characters, making it the longest book in the world. And the title, as I already said, translates to Remembrance of Things Past. Coming up on our last couple here. So 23. I'm sure my phone is going to turn on and act like I'm summoning it. But Google Images was literally created after Jennifer Lopez wore that infamous dress at the 2000 Grammys. I actually did know this one. But so many people were searching for her outfit that the search engine added an image function. And what's actually really cool is that you can also do a reverse image search on Google. So that can be helpful for, I know a lot of photographers online use it to see if anyone is like using their images without their permission, that sort of thing. But also if there is something that you like a product, for example, chances are that it'll show up somewhere. And it makes tracking things down a lot easier. Number 24. Big Ben's clock stopped at 10:07 p.m. on May 27, 2005, most likely due to an extremely hot temperature of 131 degrees Celsius. Now, oh my goodness, I don't know, so I believe that's like 130 degrees. I'll have to look on Google again once I'm done here. I'm sure I'll be adding some corrections to this once I look at the footage. But I think that's interesting that it hasn't happened since, considering we've had, higher average temperatures since then. And I think, we've been breaking the record for the hottest year. It seems to be like year after year, so we'll see where this one falls. And that is going to bring us to our 25th and final fact for this evening, which is Walt Disney currently holds the record for the most Academy Awards. So over his career, he won 26 times and was nominated a total of 59. So from some of the actors that I know and how many times they have been nominated for things and not won, almost 50% roughly. That's just under 50%. Seems like a pretty good winning percentage in my book. But guys, that is going to do it for this one. I hope that you enjoyed. I hope that it helped you to relax and maybe learn something that you didn't know. And as always, I will see you again in another video very soon. Good night.